look at you. You are exactly at the level where your culture allows. And there is no demon. I prayed against it this morning. The money you handle is what your financial culture can handle. How many of you know that marriage is not between a man and a woman? Marriage is a culture where a man and a woman are invited. So if you come as a man and a woman and not learn the culture of the marriage, you will behave as a man and a woman in the institution whose culture demands that you cease being a man and a woman, you become one body. Yeah. If you are a Kalenjin and you married a girl from Western, and it is in your concoction that you are married to a Luya, you cannot enjoy marriage. Because both of you come into the institution called marriage. It is a culture. So let me go back to my statement. Nobody can inherit beyond their culture. Look at me, friends. God forms it in you before he can realize it around you. How many of you know people who are very humble, supposedly, until they attain some position, and they have changed like wildfire? You know why? Culture. They say humble people are not humble. The probability is that they are broke. Give them money and realize there was a potential to grow owns. Culture. Let me give you an example. Men remain in the same season of their lives. Mr. Kwako, I struggled with handling 5,000 for 15 years. For 15 years. 5,000 kupata to 5,000. Ilikuwa msaa. Sio shida ni msaa. Nilingangana. 5,000 watu wa Mungu. You know what I realized? Money has a culture. And it has a culture in levels. Did you realize your former friends who have begun to break through in money are beginning to avoid you? It is not a problem. You are the problem. Can I prove it to you? How many of you have this brother or a sister or a friend who is very demanding? They believe your money is our money. You know what I'm talking about? That is how these successful former friends of yours look at you. Because people who have no culture never respect position. They want to take advantage of it. How many of you know politicians who are very close to big names, but they're always broke? They can call Raila right now, right here, but the man doesn't have lunch. You know why? No matter who you associate with, if you don't have the culture for their position, you will still be you. That's why it's possible to be a servant in a house of a billionaire. You wash plates, but you own none. You drive a car, but you own none. Wealth, and I want to narrow down that. I promise June I will talk about money. But let me give you a hint. Money comes to a man based on the culture they are formed about money. Let me give you a hint to one I gave you last week or last week part one. How many of you know any rich man who is stingy? Wangapi mnajua mtu tajiri ambaye ni mchoyo? Wako, nasema nani anajuaje kusema wako? Hakuna watu wanaitwa wako. Inua mkono yako kama unajua mtu tajiri ambaye ni mchoyo. Mtu mmoja, wawili, watatu, wanne. Asante. At least you are sincere enough. Let me tell you something. There is no rich stingy man. All stingy people are poor. You know what you are calling stinginess? Your needs were never met. Your expectations were never met. You know why? You know why rich people don't give money to poor people? Because rich people don't meet needs. They identify with culture. Kuna mtu atakwambia sasa sina pesa. Na mwenzake tajiri akitokesea hapa, amwambie nipe 1 million. Atampea bila agreement. Ni culture. That's why kuna mahali watu wakifika kwa pesa wanaingia kwa club. Hata watu wa club wanakuja kutafutia kwamba we umefika kiwango ya wasee wa kwetu kuja club. That's why kuna gym ya matajiri ya kukimbiza pesa na kuna gym ya kukimbiza shida. And I don't mean to be negative. Listen.